worried. Are you all right, Mum?
I'm fine, dear. I was asleep.
Asleep? You never sleep in the daytime.
I know, but I had a late night. And then I woke up early. And I went down and I made myself a cup of tea and brought it back up to bed with me. That's it. Oh, dear, is that the time? I'll pop up and get dressed. And will you let the others in when they come?
Mum, where's the three-piece suite?
What?
The three-piece.
Oh, I got rid of it.
Got rid of it? Why did you? Hello, Joy Webster. Mr. Goodwin. Yes, I shall be with you just after 2. Yes, with a strategic overview and a draft development plan of the whole concept. Well, if you don't, but I'm sure you will, it's back to the drawing board. Oh, you're going to be so delighted with... Sorry? Oh, right. Well, if anyone from the media rings, put them straight through to me. Absolutely, yes. Right, see you later. Oh, both of you together, come in.
Oh, I just got off the bus and I saw Peter's car at the traffic lights and I ran over and I knocked on the window.
Knocked? She nearly smashed her umbrella.
You're not staying, are you?
No.
Well, what's in there?
Where's the three-piece suite?
She got rid of it.
Why?
She didn't say.
That's a bit worrying, isn't it?
What is?
Mother's got rid of the three-piece suite.
Oh, yes.
Anything else gone?
I don't know. Do you want me to go around and take an inventory?
Where is she?
Upstairs, getting dressed.
Getting dressed?
She was asleep when I arrived.
Asleep? She never sleeps in the daytime.
What? Is she ill? Because if she's ill, I could stay because I always carry a toothbrush and spare nicks.
Too much information, Gemma. She looked all right. She said she had a late night.
Doing what?
How would I know? Stop interrogating me.
Oh, do you want to read this book? It's very good.
I don't have time for books, Gemma. Especially one with a nurse on the cover. Listen, how are we going to go about this before she comes down? Chit-chat, or jump straight in, or what?
I've no time for chit-chat, Joy. No time at all. That's why I made a note of... Peter Webster. In that case, make my 3 o'clock my 4 o'clock and switch my 5 o'clock to 11 o'clock tomorrow. Got that? Right. Bullet points.
What points?
Bullet points. The main things we want to say.
Oh, I see. Bullet points.
This couldn't be happening at a worse time. End of fiscal year, corporate clients gone crazy, my secretary's on maternity leave.
Is that a bullet point?
No, but very irritating.
Is it her first? Baby!
I don't know. Right. 1, it's been 3 months since Dad died. 2, to keep a house this size on is financial madness. 3, we organise the sale of this place and find suitable alternative accommodation. 4, invest the equity to give her an income.
You're not going to come out of it just like that, are you? Bam, bam, bam.
No, of course not.
Good.
But neither am I going to waste time going around the houses. We've made the plan, now we execute it.
Oh, well, my Andrew said she wouldn't want to move.
If Andrew was a financial consultant and not a vicar, he'd realise she has to move too. In any case, what if something goes wrong? And it will in a house this size and age. I can't come racing over here every time a washing machine needs fixing, and I won't have her being preyed on by every cowboy workman who knocks on the door.
Well, I've been thinking.
Always dangerous.
Well, I know we haven't discussed this, but
What have you been thinking, Jenna?
well, suppose she was to live with us.
What? Which one of us had you in mind?
Oh, we're not the same one all the time. We could share her, say, 3 months each.
That's 9 months, Gemma. 3 threes are 9.
Oh, well, a 4 then.
4 months? I couldn't ask Jen to take that on board. I mean, she's fine about the odd weekend or week or 2 in the summer, but with all her committee work, she's just taking captaincy of the Lucan Golf Club.
Well, don't look at me. I run my own company 24/7. I don't have time for cosy chit-chats and making milky drinks.
Let's agree right now that living with any one of us is not an option. I mean, think of it.
I don't have to think of it. No,
Oh, and my Andrew said we'd have a job persuading her to move. He said, how long has she lived in this house? Say, 40 years? You're 45, Joy.
44, actually.
How long she's been living here is completely irrelevant. The important factor is she can't go on living here. Dad's pension is now halved. I've had a chance to do a breakdown of the running costs and it's not...
And I think we should give her the chance.
Chance of what?
Living with us, it would make her feel wanted.
Make her feel wanted? That's crazy.
Well, not all the time. She could stay with us for a while and she'd get very upset.
Next you'll be suggesting she goes on an old people's holiday for 8 months. She'd need a bloody big suitcase.
Suggest something that isn't possible to make her see it isn't possible. Brilliant.
Oh, there's no need to be sarcastic.
Look, Gemma, with great difficulty, we got together last week to discuss the possibilities. Why didn't you mention something then?
Oh, it was the Mothering Sunday, and my Andrew gave daffodils to all the little ones for their mummies. And I know I'm a soppy old thing, and I thought to myself, maybe we could share her.
What? If you want to clear your conscience by having her come to live with you, go ahead, but count me out.
Oh, but not permanently, Joy, just the 4 months.
What about the other 8 months?
Well, if she can't come to either of you,
And she can't.
well, suppose she went on one of those old people's holidays.
I've just said she can't go on the old people's holiday.
Gemma, living with us is out of the frame. Please, please, Gemma, don't mention it. She has 2 options, a retirement home...
I did say I'm not too sure about that. I mean, I can't really see her sitting in a high-back chair with a pink bow in her head.
Oh, well, they're not all like that, because my Andrew goes to a home and there's amazing activities. There's flower arranging, sing-along, and yoga.
Or we find a suitable apartment in a retirement development. God knows you see signs from it everywhere you go. Low maintenance, communal gardens.
Well, maybe she could let some rooms.
Now what are you on about? Let some rooms where?
Oh, here, because if she had an income, she could stay.
How could she cope with lodgers?
You would have to be interviewed and have references checked.
Well, it's an option.
No, it definitely isn't an option. And if you're going to come out with these stupid, top-of-the-head suggestions, we'll get nowhere. We stick to what we've agreed, and I don't want you muddying the water with any idea that can't be... What's that whiskey ball doing there?
I don't know. It's a cold day. Perhaps she thought we'd like it last.
She always makes tea.
Oh, dear.
Oh dear, what?
Oh, get rid of the furniture, sleeping during the day, drinking whiskey. Well, could be the first signs of dementia.
What?
Oh my God, why do you always have to turn everything into a drama?
Oh, it can happen very suddenly because my Andrew takes Holy Communion to a lady and she's only 55, and 1 week she was serving school dinners and the next she couldn't even remember where she lived.
Oh my God.
Calm down. There's probably a perfectly logical explanation for all this.
And I don't think she could come to any of us if she's got dementia.
How many more times? She's not living with any one of us, with or without dementia.
Oh, she'll get very upset, us telling her she has to move. Oh, I feel quite wobbly actually.
Why don't you take a drop of whiskey?
Oh, no, thank you. My Andrew's praying for us.
Now, why does that worry me?
Oh, because you think it's clever. You think it's clever to be cynical about God and prayer.
Cynical? What?
Oh, stop it, both of you. We need to keep calm and remain focused here. Otherwise, there's no point in our... Mother!
Well, hello, everyone. I'm very sorry I wasn't here to greet you this morning. Did Joy tell you I overslept?
She said you had a late night.
A late night for me, but not for you. Oh, silly old me. After all that time getting ready, and I still got my slippers on. Now, how would that happen? Oh, and Gemma, how was your journey? Was the trains on time?
Oh, there was a delay in Waterford, and we all had to get out of the train, and then no one told us what was happening, and 10 minutes later, we all got back on again.
Nice dress, Mom. Is it new?
Oh, you know, I was just thinking when I was putting it on, did I find this before your father died or after your father died? And I just couldn't remember.
We were wondering about the three-piece suite, Mother.
What about it?
It isn't here anymore, is it?
No,
Do you remember what you did with it?
I told Jai I got rid of it.
Right, and you remember why you got rid of it?
Was it because Daddy got his stroke in the armchair, Mummy?
Did he? Oh, I don't remember. Oh, let me think. Oh, I must have had good reason, mustn't I?
You must have had, Mum. Don't worry about it.
Oh, and if you're getting rid of anything else, my Andrew has lots of refugee families that are coming into the parish. And if you're thrown out anything else, they'd be really, really great if you're thrown out.
I remember that, Gemma. And you know, it's lovely to see you all here. But I was wondering, why were you all here together?
Well, the thing is, Mother, the reason we're all here together is there are one or two things we feel we need to discuss and talk about.
Joy Webster? Hello. Mr. Goodwin again. Can I just stop you there? You've been supplied with all the relevant data to date. Press launch? What press launch?
Peter,
I think we wait for Joy to finish her call.
there isn't any problem about the will, is there? I haven't heard anything from the solicitor.
No, that's progressing smoothly. All the paperwork is in, it's just a matter of... Peter Webster, in that case make the 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock and shift the 4 o'clock to 11 o'clock. What offshore funds?
Oh, those mobile phones are such an intrusion in people's lives. There was a lady on the train with me and her phone rang 5 times in 30 minutes. And I thought to myself, what did people do before mobile phones? I just remembered, I told Andrew I'd ring them. It's ringing. Oh no, it's the answer machine. Oh, and I do hate answer machines. Hello? It's me. I've arrived. I'm ringing from the station. Oh, from the station when I get back, not when I get here. Because I've already told you that I've arrived. Okay. Bye-bye. God bless. Now, Mummy, tell me, how are you really?
Oh, I'm muddling through. I suppose one day at a time.
And my Andrew says there must be times when you feel all topsy-turvy.
Oh, he's right there. There are definitely times when I'm all topsy-turvy.
Oh, and my Andrew has a briefing group once a week, and people say that it helps so much to talk through their grief. There might be something like that around here for you, Mammy.
Oh, there might be.
Yeah, you'll see a notice in the doctor's surgery.
Is there?
Yeah, it'll be there with all the other notices like, have you arthritis? Or are you incontinent? Or don't smoke if you're pregnant.
Oh, thank you, dear. I know where to look.
Oh, and my Andrew says you can ring him any time you want.
Oh, that's very kind of him.
Oh, and he's also given me a list of quotes for Daddy's headstone. Or have you thought of an inscription yourself, Mummy?
Oh, I've taught her plenty. Oh, no, I haven't finally decided on yet.
That man is permanently set to make a panic.
I was just asking Mummy about Daddy's headstone.
What?
Daddy's headstone, if she'd thought of any nice inscription.
Yeah, right. Look, I've just got to check something.
Tell him it's imperative that he does that. Imperative. Vital then. Do you understand vital? It's time to kick the brick. Brick! One brain cell I get her. Sorry about that, Mother.
It's all right. Well, if you're all finished with your phone calls, why not have some tea? And the tray is all ready.
Let's have one a bit later when we've had a bit of a chat.
If that's what you want.
The thing is, Mother, the thing is, Joy,
What? Oh yes, sorry, yes.
And these are his bullet points.
The thing is, Mother, it's been 3 months since you lost Dad.
Oh, I always think that's a really funny expression, losing someone. It's not as if you lose, it's not as if you don't know where they are. And my Andrew always says that people should mention it more often, and then they wouldn't, then they get more used to using the word death.
Well, I don't suppose they're afraid of using it until they are dying.
Yeah. Oh, but if they talked about it more, they wouldn't be so.
Do you want me to speak or not?
I certainly do.
Thank you. It's been 3 months since Dad.
Died.
Yes, and naturally we're very concerned about you.
Oh, I can see that. And it's very kind of you. We're all things considered. I'm managing.
At the moment, yes, but this is a big house, a very big house, with considerable upkeep. And in our opinion, to continue living here on reduced pension is financial madness. 2 can live as cheaply as 1, but 1 cannot live as cheaply as 2.
What he's trying to say is, although the food bills are less, all the other bills stay the same, like the gas and the electricity.
Oh, for goodness sake, Gemma, Mum's not stupid.
Oh, well, I was only trying to.
Excuse me, please. Thank you. Ah, yes, and we have to bear in mind, Mother, you're not getting any younger.
Oh, now that you've reached your 10 years, Mommy, that's good, isn't it?
Is it? I'm beginning to wonder.
Therefore, having fully reviewed and made a comprehensive breakdown of the financial situation, it would seem sensible for you to consider a move.
A move from here?
Oh, and my Andrew said you wouldn't want to.
And we all got together to discuss the situation fully.
We've given it considerable thought, Mum.
And we think we've come up with a sensible solution. Don't we, girls?
Absolutely.
Move? Oh dear, that's a big step.
Oh, Mom, poor Mommy, you've lived here for such a long time, haven't you?
I know, where would I go?
That's why we all got together to discuss the possibilities.
And we talked about you living with us, Mommy.
Oh, like what Auntie Joyce did when her husband died. She spent a few months with one and a few months with the other. Oh, yes.
Well, we did consider that, Mother. Of course we did. But in all fairness to you, it wouldn't work, would it?
It's working for Auntie Joyce.
You wouldn't want to come and live with me, Mother. I mean, you'd have a miserable time. I mean, I'm out most days from 8 till 8, and you wouldn't enjoy life 10 floors up.
Oh, but there's a lift, and I'm used to my own company.
And Jen and I discussed you coming to us.
Oh, it's always a luxury going to you, Peter, with your ensuite bathroom and your beautiful garden, and the shop's just a walk away.
Yes, those are the pluses, yes. But they were weigh a great deal.
Oh, and I can look after the house for you.
Far too big a responsibility. I wouldn't have an easy minute, Mother.
Gemma, I love your village, and the people are so friendly.
Oh, well, it would have to be in the summertime because my Andrew's worried about the winter time. You see, we get very slowed in, and if you were to fall and break your hip or your leg or anything, and we had to call an ambulance, it would never get through in the snow, Mommy.
Oh, that could be a problem, all right. Well, if I can't live here, and I can't live with you...
Well, it's not that you can't live with us. It's just that with work and all our commitments...
And Andrew says I work harder than he does because last year, when he had the flu and we had the hard supper, everyone said that I worked so hard.
Bottom line, Mother, we do all live very busy lives.
Well, what do you think I should do?
Right. After much consideration, we've decided we should sell this house, find you alternative accommodation, invest the remaining equity, thus giving you an income to supplement any pensions to hand, and well, that's it really.
And some of them are really nice, Mommy. We wouldn't want you to be unhappy, and we'd find you somewhere really nice to live, so you wouldn't be unhappy.
Mum?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a funny feeling that to think that you're all here talking about me.
Well, it's not that we were talking about you exactly. It's just that we knew things had to be sorted and you couldn't be expected to cope with them all on your own.
We wanted to clear the dead wood, prepare the ground, and lay it all before you.
Oh, I see. Well, you better tell me all about this alternative accommodation.
Right. As we see it, there are two options. A retirement home.
A retirement home.
Oh, some of them are really lovely, Mommy. You can have your own room and you can take your own furniture and there's lots of activities and there's always something going on.
And if you don't like the sound of that, there's always a retirement development. You could have your own place with your own front door. And there'd always be somebody there if you ever had a little problem or anything.
And there's always activities.
Oh, shut up about the activities!
So, what do you think, Mother?
Are you feeling a bit wobbly, Mommy?
I'm not quite sure how I'm feeling. Oh, I'm very sorry. How rude of me. Would anyone like a drink?
Do you, drink a lot of whiskey, Mother?
For God's sake, Peter.
No, a lot. No, not a lot.
Oh, was it the strain of looking after Daddy that started you off?
Well, it could have been. I don't remember. Well, anyway, I do have a drink in the evening, in around 6 o'clock.
But it's only 12.
Is it? We'd better push on.
Oh, don't rush Mommy, Peter. I expect she needs time to mull things over.
Understood, but assuming we're all agreed on the basic premise, and now we're into March, I don't think we should hang around. Let's get our diaries out and pencil a meeting here and say, how long do you think you'll need to mull, Mother? 1 week? 2?
Oh, I don't need any time at all.
Excellent. Right. Two-pronged attack. We put this house in the market and gather in all info on suitable retirement levels.
Switch that off.
But!
Switch it off and sit down. Now, there's one thing that's puzzling me. That why is it that all of a sudden I become old and frail and I need looking after?
Now, that's not what we meant, is it?
Of course not.
Well,
We only want to tell
well, you didn't hold a conference to help when your father got ill, daily visits to the hospitals miles away, nursing him for 6 months at home. Oh, you all thought I was quite capable of doing all that. So all of a sudden this house is too much for me. I'm not getting any younger. I should sell up and shift into the twilight zone.
Oh, we didn't mean it to sound like that, Mommy.
Well, I wonder why it did.
This is all based on your financial situation, Mother.
And it's also based on giving you three the least to worry about me.
But that's not fair. We'd always worry about you no matter where you were, Mum.
Oh, well, I don't want anyone to worry about me. I want to get on with my life, and that's why I've made a decision. Oh, I have thought of this for months and months, oh, long before your father died. So here are my bullet points. Yes, this house will become a financial drain. Yes, I am selling it, but no and no again. I'm not going into any retirement home, matter how much activities there's there. In fact, I'm not going anywhere where you have to press the bell for a matron when you have a headache.
But Mommy, if you looked at some other places...
I still feel the same. And to stop you all from worrying, I haven't got dementia. I wasn't able because I was asleep. And I got rid of the furniture because I had it for 19 years and I never liked it. And I said, as I was asleep when you arrived, because I had a late night. And I drink whiskey because I like it. And I bought this dress a couple of weeks ago. and I left the slippers on for a bit of fun. And I was only up there. And for once I was glad your father never had fitted carpet.
You heard us talking.
Every word.
We only want to help.
But then you should have spoken to me and not to one another. And very irritating things happens now when you're getting old. People talk at you, behind you, but never to you.
I apologise for all this, Mother, but the financial facts still have to be faced.
And they are. And I'll tell you about it in a moment. But first of all, I want to say a few words about your father.
Oh, that's nice, Sister Mary.
Gemma, you asked me had I got an inscription for your father's gravestone. So how about he came with nothing, he gave nothing, and he's left with nothing.
Is that in the Bible, Mommy?
Yes, I made it up all by myself. And it sums up your father in a sentence. Your father was a very, very difficult man.
Oh, that's not fair, Mommy. He was old and ill.
And that made him all the worse. Oh, I'm not talking about when he was ill. I'm talking about what he was like to me all those years we had together. He was mean, selfish, opinionated. Oh, I would have managed a difficult man. But a difficult man who enjoyed being a difficult man. Now, that was something else again. And he treated me as if I was a fool. Until I really thought I was. It's only in the last few months I realised how good life can be. What is it now that couples say? We've drifted apart. We were never together in the first place.
I don't understand. Why did you marry him? Something must have attracted you to him.
Yes, his moustache.
You married my father because you liked his moustache?
Well, it made him like a Philip star. And we were only married 2 months when he shaved it off. And by that time, Peter, I was expecting you.
But if you were so unhappy, why did you stay with him?
Oh, till death do us part, John. I made my vows and I kept each and every one of them.
Oh, and my Andrew always said...
Oh, shut up, Dr. Andrew!
I'm certain he wasn't the ideal husband, but he was a very good father.
Well, if you mean you were fed, clothed, and educated, yes, he was that. But there were other things. Just think about it for a moment. No knives, no friends home, no television, no fun in the garden, no fun on the beach. In fact, no fun ever. Shall I go on, or are your memories coming back?
Oh, that's not fair, Mommy. He's not here to defend himself.
We couldn't even if he was.
Oh, get real, Gemma. It was always Mum we had all the good times with. Dad was always like walking around a minefield. That's why we all left home as soon as we could.
He wasn't the easiest of men, I agree. But he always made sure Mother had a comfortable life.
Ha! Titty! A 3-story house with no help whatsoever, had to keep all the bills for him to check. Never allowed her to learn how to drive. And I'm having my first driving lesson next week.
In a car?
Well, that always helps.
At your age, Mommy.
Oh, yes. A man would walk in front of me with a flag.
I'm sorry, Mum, you had such a rotten time. Really, I am, but it's a bit of a shock hearing all this.
Well, I know it is. And I didn't intend to say any of it. But when I seen all of you sitting there, making it quite obvious that none of you wanted me to live in your house, now that hurt. Oh, now it's not that I'd like to live with any of you. Oh my God, how could I live in your house, Peter, with that appalling snob who fills our life and our house full of wordy women, have nothing better to do when you compare how much they pay their cleaners. And you, John, you're so determined to be voted the businesswoman of the year. You've completely forgotten how to be a woman. And you have to dress like a man. And Gemma, you've no longer an original thought in your head. My Andrew says, and my Andrew thinks, and my Andrew feels. And what do you say? And what do you think? And what do you feel?
Oh, as a matter of fact,
Let's all try to stay calm here and forget the hurtful things Mother has just said. She obviously isn't herself.
As a matter of fact, I'm very much myself at last.
You say you're going to sell this house?
Actually, it is sold.
Sold? Sold?
Oh, your father used to repeat himself. You want to watch that?
who to?
To whom, Joy? To whom? He's a property developer, and he's going to change all this into self-contained luxury apartments. Oh, gorgeous apartments. I was tempted to stay and live in one.
Sold this house without a word to any one of us. I'm a financial consultant.
I'm not a fool, Peter. I know the market value. And when I heard how much the others want, I added another 10,000 to it.
Oh, was that honest, Mummy?
Well, as honest they were when they said they didn't care whether they bought it or not.
And how much money is this property developer giving you?
Lots, and lots, and lots.
Oh, you sneaky old thing. Well, we'd better get together and discuss what you're going to do with all this lots and lots of money. I mean, where are you going to go? Now, I could clear a place in my diary next week.
Oh, next week's not good for me because my Andrew is dedicating the new kneelers and the bishop's coming the following week.
I'm at a conference the week after.
Look it, you don't have to worry getting together. I know where I'm going.
Where? Or is that a secret as well?
No, not at all. I'm going to Florida.
Florida?
Yes, Florida. And there'll be no trouble getting an ambulance through the snow there.
But that's all swamps and alligators.
Oh, with your father being ill for all those months, and every time I tried to change his sheets, he snapped the head off me. I'm quite used to swamps and alligators.
I need a drink.
Oh, and so do I.
Florida? That's in America.
You'll be so lonely there, Mummy, you won't know a soul.
Oh, I don't think I will. You see, Harry will be moving out there as well.
Harry? Who the hell is Harry?
Harry. I met him in the library. I dropped my ticket and he picked it up. And of course we got chatting. And then we had coffee together. And he very kindly came around and fixed my washing machine for me. Just as well, because you wouldn't have wanted to race around to fix it, would you, Peter?
You asked for that one.
And what do you know about this Harry besides his plumbing skills?
Oh, he's a widower. He's my age. He used to own a garage. And you know what? He's got a moustache.
Mummy, you're not well. She's not well.
And he calls me Anna.
That's your name. You're right, she's not well.
Oh, your father only ever called me Annie, if he called me anything at all. And it's so lovely to hear my proper name. And Gemma. I'm perfectly well. And I'll even be better when I'm sitting on my balcony in the sun, looking down at my pool.
And this Harry, is he going to be on the balcony there with you? Is he?
Of course, and why not?
And how long has this been going on, Mummy?
Oh, I met him a week after the funeral.
After? Oh, my Andrew's going to be very, very shocked at all of this.
Well, maybe I should give a talk to his bereavement group. It might give them a bit of hope.
Well, some people like to take time to grieve.
Oh, well, so would I have had anything to grieve about. Up to the very last minute, I thought your father might change and become a loving man. even at the end when I sat at his bedside for hours and hours, even if he had said one kind thing. Thank you would have been enough. I found my loving man, and I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. And as you pointed out, Peter, I'm not getting any younger.
Just a minute. This place in Florida,
Oh, it's called condominium.
presumably it's costing less than the lots and lots you're getting for this house.
Oh, much less.
So with the outstanding equity,
I was thinking of buying a racehorse. I know, I'm only joking.
Oh, Tommy, but you could be buying a pig in a poke. You haven't seen it. You haven't.
Oh, yes, I have. I flew at home last night. That's why I was so tired this morning.
You flew to Florida? You?
Well, you don't think that I'd buy something without seeing it, would you, Joy? Not that much of a fool.
Oh, and did you say it's got a pool, Mammy?
Oh, it has, and I hope you see it when you come out. And if you book your flights on the internet, you'll get a good deal. Oh, that's another thing. We can email and Skype each other.
email, Skype.
Yes.
But you can't, or can you?
Oh, basics at the moment, but I'm coming on.
You knew why we were coming here today, didn't you?
Well, I had a pretty good idea.
Then why'd you let me stand there and go through all that?
Well, I suppose it was in the hope, the vain hope, that you might ask me where I would go, what I wanted to do, and make me feel wanted, instead of a problem that had to be dealt with. Oh, for goodness sake, everyone, cheer up. I'm looking for fun in the song. There's a golf course there, Peter. And there's a church for you and Andrew. And Gemma, it's in the shape of a meringue. And the vicar wears a white tuxedo. Still, it's a church.
Anything for me, Mum?
Oh, shops of lovely dresses. Well now, I'm having copies made of all the legal papers so as that you will know that everything is in order. And the packers are coming the 1st of May. And if there's anything I don't want, I'll send it to you, Jen.
What for?
For your refugee families.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, now, anything you want, you must say. Maybe you'd like a little reminder of your father. Well, think about it. Anyone for tea or coffee?
Sorry, Mother, but now my 3 o'clock's my 2 o'clock.
And I must just pop back to the office.
Gemma?
Oh, there's a church meeting tonight, and if you're going by the bus station, I can get it.
It's for me. Hello. Oh, hello. Me too. I was still asleep when Joy arrived. Yes, they're all here. Yes, I told them. Oh, yes, they're all very happy for me. Oh, what a lovely idea. That would be lovely. Harry wanted to take us all out for lunch. I'm so sorry, but they can't spare the time. I know, but you see, they all live such very, very busy lives.